in 1984, when Elizabeth Dole had put this program into place of the percentages for federal contracts, I went to the first Department of Transportation meeting, and it was in a large hall, and it would be sometimes it's whole 400 to 500 different contractors. So I went there, and the first time there were only two of us there, two minorities. It was myself, rest of the white contractors, and a black man that was emptying the trash cans and waiting on people and all. So there were two of us, and we kind of related to each other. He'd come over and talk to him, and I would talk to him every now and then. And as we had this reception, a lot of them came up to me and talked to me about, what are you doing, what can you do? And the only thing I could tell them is I build fireplaces, I do different things like this. But shortly afterwards, there was a program for called a Bi-Indian program on the Kickapoo Reservation. So I got contracts to build 7 bridges at that time. And so after we got that, and I made sure that we were the general contractor on that, and because of the general contractor, then you could bid on anything that you've done before. You had to have experience before you could bid on something. And so that gave us an opportunity to do a lot of things in Department of Transportation. And most of the time, we did rebar work because that was the easiest and fastest thing to do. And so we're in and out of there, and the Department of Transportation. And so over that time period, we did over 400 federal contracts, and most of it was with the Department of Transportation with the different states that touch Kansas except Colorado. We had to prove ourselves on every contract that we had early. And particularly the native contractors were the ones that had probably the toughest time, simply because the way they had us get certified. A black contractor could say, I'm a black contractor, I want, here is my firm. A Hispanic contractor could do this. But if a native contractor came in, they'd say, well, you had to prove that you're a minority. And so we had to go through the federal process of going back to our agency, and we had to bring in our certification degree of Indian blood. Sometimes that could take up to 6 weeks, it could take to 6 months, and you're trying to get into this business, and it held you up for that. And as a result of that, then a lot of natives quit, because it was just too much paperwork, and a lot of them weren't very familiar with doing all that paperwork, and they gave up.